The End of Society by Ben Scranton. The
So,
registration table at a
Here we go.
municipal art show in a high school gymnasium located in a rundown part of the city.
Hello, Doris Smith. Here is my $50 entry fee.
Very well, thank you. And here's your receipt.
Thank you. It is so nice to have the show in my neighborhood. I walked here.
Yes, it certainly is different. The Arts League received a grant from the state to support the underserved areas of the city, to reach out and embrace everyone.
Is that how they put it?
Culture enriches every segment of society.
I always knew I was a segment, and now I've been embraced. You've never been to this part of town, have you?
No, I haven't. We aim to reach out. Our goal is to...
Yes, I know. You received a state grant to embrace everyone.
Our shows are usually held in the auditorium at the Fine Arts Museum in Midtown.
I've been there.
Ah, yes, well, your artwork, madam. She opens a large bag and takes out an oversized pair of sharp-tipped scissors, which are entirely covered by black and white paint. They are professional scissors or shears, as may be used by a tailor or a fabric cutter. They're large enough to be menacing. This is your entry?
Yes. I see you're impressed.
But scissors. Madam, you understand we receive paintings at this show.
Yes, of course. I painted the scissors.
I could see that. Did you email us the entry form along with the photos of 3 examples of your work?
I did. I'm all thumbs with the computer, so my nephew helped me. I'm sure it went through.
Do you have a copy of the form with you?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, well, this does seem to be in order. The thing is, we never received your form. If we had, we would not have accepted the...
My name appears on your registration list.
Yes, that is true. However...
Take a look at this. It's a pink flamingo in a yellow tutu. What I did here was to combine a kitschy yard ornament with the delicacy of a ballerina's tutu.
That is amusing, I suppose. Now let's get back to the scissors.
I call it the light pinkness of Grace.
Your take on Grace Kelly, is it? A Princess Grace of Monaco, a flamingo in a tutu. There's so many possibilities.
Should I change the title?
No, keep it pink. It's memorable. That's what you desire, isn't it? To be memorable?
Oh, to be remembered for my art after I'm gone? That would be something, wouldn't it? I'm so pleased you like it and can see its intrinsic value as art.
Really? Art? Value?
It makes a bold statement combining crass commercialism as represented by the flamingo, which appeals to one segment of society, with the delicacy of an artistic item, the tutu, which is associated with the ballet and patronized by a different segment of society. It's oil and water.
Class warfare is what it is. Now, I know what happened. This was an internal administrative error. Your form got misapplied. This piece might be considered in the abstract show we're sponsoring next spring, but not here.
Your internal administrative mistakes are not my concern.
But madam,
I do not wish to wait until next year.
I see. And what does this represent?
Oh, do you record the artist's intent here at the registration table? Will it be typed on a card and displayed next to my scissors? How wonderful. Are you a judge too?
No, madam, I am not a judge, and I don't take statements of any kind.
You do have an opinion.
Yes, but I do not judge.
We all judge, dear. Whether it's evident to others, well, who's to say? Although some folks are quite transparent. What's your name?
Randall.
That's a storied name with medieval origins, derived from Randolph, meaning shield. Doris is from the Greek, meaning the sea, bountiful.
Madam, I'm afraid...
Afraid? Are you quite unwell?
Yes, I'm fine. What I mean to say is, scissors are a rather unusual choice, I'm afraid.
Oh, you are afraid. Afraid of what others might think or say in accepting my artwork, is that it? Or is it something else? Are you afraid of me?
Madam, I assure you, I am not afraid of you.
About what my art, as you said earlier, represents?
If you wait until the spring, perhaps.
I have no intention in waiting. I'm on borrowed time. The administrative error, as you call it, is an internal matter unrelated to me or my artwork. It is not my concern.
Your borrowed time, while unfortunate, is not my concern.
I see. We obviously differ in what this show should be. Who actually gets represented here anyway? It seems to me this is an example of, what was it, class warfare, I believe you called it.
That was in reference to your flamingo in a tutu, not this show. Madam, your entry represents nothing. It's not acceptable.
Oh, Randall, you do judge. My entry represents the theme of the show, the end of society as we know it.
Yes, I know the theme.
I don't think you do, or you would see that my entry is...
Perhaps if you went away and came back with a painting.
I am not going away, Randall. My name is on the registration list, and you have taken my payment. Now, if I may be given my lot number, I'll be on my way.
Madam.
Doris.
Doris. The Art League will support me when I tell you this venue is not for you.
I've titled it Black and White Scissors. It represents the shredding of society.
I see. How clever.
Thank you. Are you familiar with the concept of ready-mades as it relates to art?
Yes, I know the term.
Ready-mades are natural or discarded objects, often mass-produced, found by chance, and held to have aesthetic valued by the artist. One takes an object and creates art. It has been said Picasso was the first to utilize it in 1912 in his still life, Chair Canning. Do you know the artist Baroness Elsa von Freytag Lornhoven or Marcel Duchamp?
Yes. Do you suppose they'll be here?
Oh no, Randall. You are a sarcastic wit, aren't you? They are both dead.
Yes, very.
There is a controversy that in 1917, either Baroness Elsa or Marcel Duchamp purchased a porcelain urinal from a plumbing supply warehouse in Paris, turned it upside down, and created the most famous of all ready-made artwork titled Fountain.
Is this a joke? Are you making fun of me and the show?
Why, no, dear. It's no joke. You have a tendency to be fearful, which you fail to acknowledge. Don't be stupid, too. Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and contentious stupidity. Martin Luther King.
You seem to know everything, don't you? Well, I can play this game too. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it's the illusion of knowledge. Stephen Hawking.
Well done, Randall. You are a clever one. Since the scissors are not to your liking, I will open them to create two daggers, like this.
In a strong gesture, she brings the scissors up over her head with blades open and directed at him. In defiance, she holds this position through his next two lines.
Madam, Doris, please put the scissors down. The review board will categorically reject the scissors and the daggers. This is not art. Put the scissors down.
It is art. Art is an expression by the artist to make a bold and meaningful statement, not just show pretty colors on a canvas. You would do well to acknowledge that.
She moves closer.
This is unacceptable. You are a danger. I know we shouldn't have come into this neighborhood. Well, I just came prepared.
He reaches into his backpack and takes out a letter opener.
Oh, Randall, how dramatic. Is that a letter opener?
Yes, but it's not just any letter opener. It's from the gift shop at the Fine Arts Museum. See the insignia.
Is this some form of sarcasm or mocking?
You are misguided, madam. Action must be taken. Now give me the scissors.
Now you want the scissors.
You have threatened me.
This form of personalized terror is not the answer, dear. Fear creates violence. It must be confined.
Give me those scissors.
There is always another way. Now put down the letter opener.
Not as long as you brandish that weapon. Look, I have tried to reason with you, even engaging in a discussion of art history, but you fail to accept the fact that I am rejecting you.
Oh? Rejecting me as a person or rejecting my art? I see. You are afraid of me, aren't you? Should I be afraid of you, Randall? Action must be taken is a telling statement. Very well. In that case, I have another ready-made object to show you.
She reaches into her bag and takes out a letter opener.
That will be another $50.
I don't think so. You rejected the scissors. This replaces the scissors. Just as effective in support of the theme, don't you think? Also from the gift shop.
But those are wooden ones. Mine are metal. I've got the upper hand.
But I've got the letter opener and the scissors.
Well, I've got a pen too. Someplace. It seems we have a standoff.
Yes, as ridiculous as it is, we do. Here we stand with scissors and letter openers as representatives in a long-running, historic, frequently violent difference of opinion.
My opinion of you is...
Careful, Randall. Once said, not soon forgotten.
I will hold my opinion and this position for as long as necessary. Much longer than you.
Don't underestimate me, dear. My nephew is a police officer. I've been trained in defensive moves. Oh, Randall, nothing is to be feared. It is only to be understood.
That statement is not your own. It was once said by Madame Curie. You are condescending.
And you are unduly fearful and reckless. I'm 72 years old and you are what, 30-something? I'm threatening your what? Your lifestyle, the city, the country, your understanding of art?
Life imitates art. There is plenty of violence in art. Edvard Munch, The Scream, for example.
That is not violence. It exhibits anxiety and alienation. What's the entire quote? Do you know?
Life imitates art form more than art imitates life.
Oscar Wilde, from his 1889 essay, The Decay of Lying.
Why did you ask if you knew?
To see if you knew. You are an enigma, Randall. What is it you do for a living? This?
No, yes. I mean, I'm part-time at the museum. I do other things too.
What? What is it you do?
I'm a photographer. Mostly houses right now for realtor listings, but that's just to make some money. I've got other plans and other photographs too, more artistic ones.
Oh, tell me.
Well, I'm taking an arts photography class right now.
That's wonderful. I'd love to see some of your photographs.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
You've seen my work. It could be wonderful.
Well, the instructor asked the class to vote on 3 photographs to be in the school exhibit, and it was a secret vote. I got chosen.
You see, it must be wonderful. What is it?
A black and white landscape.
Black and white, like my scissors. Oh, Randall, we have something in common. Let's see it.
Okay.
He sets the letter opener on the table and takes a portfolio from his backpack. He gets more and more energized as he explains the photograph to her.
This is the one she chose. It's a dead oak tree. It's not dead really. It was taken in the winter, which you could see now, of course, but because it's a live oak, I think it looks dead. Just a bare tree with the sun and snow, a study in light and dark.
I should say, look how the sun cuts through the branches right here. This is very good. It could be an Ansel Adams.
The instructor liked it too.
Well, of course she would. Oh, Randall, you're an artist, just like me.
What? Well, no. Really? You think?
Isn't that what you
I
want?
guess so.
Isn't that what you want to be?
Yes, I do. I'll tell you what, no promises, but I'll ask the review board if they'll put your scissors in the show.
Oh, Randall, that would be wonderful. You are an enigma, dear, puzzling and a challenge.
The power of the artist is to show people how to live. Another observation by Wilde.
To teach them how to live, I would add. Would you agree?
That's reasonable. I'm not sure how we do that.
We observe, dear. People have been looking at art for centuries. It speaks to us, changes us even. Look, we have put down our weapons.
The scissors and the letter openers are on the table.
Office supplies, really, aren't they?
Yes, but in the wrong hands, well.
Is this the end of society as we know it?
It is the theme after all. It's up to us, don't you believe?
Time will tell.
How much time do you think we have?